2024 marks the launch of an all-new Toyota Tacoma midsize truck, and for the first time it comes equipped with an iForce Max Hybrid, and we're going to take a look at it as a TRD Pro on this latest review, so stick around. So this 2024 Tacoma is all new. As they say, it's built from the ground up, and that includes under the hood. The V6 is gone. I mean, that may upset some people, but this is where vehicles are going. So instead, there are two options. There's a standard 2.4-liter turbocharged V4, and then there is what I'm driving in the TRD Pro, which is their iForce Max Hybrid. The beauty of this is this actually has now created the most powerful in terms of output Tacoma ever built. It has 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. That's a huge jump. So despite it being a four-banger, there still is more than enough power, the most ever, and it does help in other areas. The iForce Max is not necessarily about fuel consumption and being more efficient. It really is kind of a power-driven hybrid system where it's not a parallel system. It actually feeds and connects into the drivetrain. So really it's about power. Although there are some moments when you're driving this where you will, just like I'm doing now as I'm coasting to a stop sign, you will coast on battery only. If you put it into sport mode, you'll get this sort of the e-assist element that comes with some hybrids when getting off for greater launch. But I mean, overall, like, it is a powerful truck that with the new hybrid, and I think that's where, you know, Toyota is definitely going. They're still sort of slow on the electrics, but they're big on hybrids, and this iForce Max does well.
The new Tacoma utilizes Toyota's TNGA F global truck platform, which is shared with the Tundra, Land Cruiser, and Sequoia. Available in double cab with a 5-foot bed, the TRD Pro version of the Tacoma comes equipped with TRD-tuned Fox QS3 3-way adjustable internal bypass shocks with remote reservoirs for improved high-speed off-road performance, and external Fox internal floating piston rear bump stops to improve bottom-out feel. The new Tacoma TRD Pro features the most advanced off-road technology available from Toyota, with 3D multi-terrain monitor, multi-terrain select, crawl control, stabilizer disconnect mechanism, and an electronically locking rear differential, all of which comes as standard. Multi-terrain select, which is now functional in both 4-wheel drive high and 4-wheel drive low, offers adjustable settings to help control wheel spin on a variety of terrain, such as mud, dirt, and sand. Tacoma also makes available Toyota's next-generation crawl control technology that acts as a low-speed off-road cruise control. When traction is extremely limited, the available electronically activated locking rear differential can help split power sent to the rear 50-50 between each of the rear wheels. The all-new stabilizer disconnect mechanism increases suspension articulation across the whole vehicle at the push of a button. The TRD Pro sits 2 inches higher in the front, 1.5 inches in the rear, and are 3 inches wider than a Tacoma SR5. That's thanks to their 33-inch Goodyear Territory rugged terrain tires and respective 18-inch wheels and suspension enhancements. The TRD Pro also comes pre-wired for accessories, with 3 auxiliary toggle switches on the dashboard. Given the nature of terrain that it was designed to be used on, the TRD Pro Tacoma has a running ground clearance that maxes out at 11.5 inches. Drivers can view potential obstacles that are looming on the trail via the multi-terrain monitor, which displays on the available 14-inch touchscreen. Tacoma offers standard underbody protection and front recovery points, with additional rear recovery points also coming as standard. TRD Pro also uses a TRD Performance air intake and TRD Cat Black dual-tipped exhaust to allow the iForce Max engine to breathe even more efficiently. Other unique exterior features include available two-tone paint, 20-inch LED light bar integrated into a heritage-inspired Toyota grille, Rigid Industries LED fog lamps, and an ARB steel rear bumper with rear recovery points. The maximum towing weight for the Tacoma with the iForce Max powertrain is rated at 6,000 pounds.
Another new thing about the next generation Tacoma here in this TRD Pro, and it's getting a lot of buzz, are the seats, the front seats, these isodynamic sort of performance seats that admittedly they look really cool because, you know, you look behind and you've got these struts and shock sort of stabilizers. Some of it is more decorative, although this does have a functional purpose. These seats really, they're designed to sort of give you a more stable experience when the road is not, so to speak. And you can actually, you do have some control of the settings. You can, there is a daily drive sort of road, and there's also an off-road mode, so with a selector switch. And, you know, I believe the vehicles are moving, the chairs are moving, but it keeps you sort of stable. And I mean, it's cool. When we were off-roading, certainly, I mean, it's hard to gauge because the trails that we have here are not the most extreme, so I can't give you the ultimate performance evaluation, but certainly I was very comfortable and I didn't feel like I was being jostled around, if that's the overall intent. The drawback to these seats is the fact that they're really large. I mean, this is a Tacoma, and, you know, in the second row, there's really not a lot of room to have with the double cab. So if you're having someone in the back, even with a normal seat, it's kind of tight, but with these, I mean, it takes up a big chunk of additional leg room. So, I mean, if I had someone sitting behind me, I'd have to be moving myself really up close because basically the way I sit, there's almost nothing behind me in terms of leg room. So that's a challenge. I mean, it really wouldn't be fun if I had someone behind me and I had to off-road like really crunched up to the front. If you're buying, you know, a TRD Pro to really use it as it's designed to be, then this works. But quite often we see people, you know, buying TRD Pros, they're buying Raptors, or they're buying, you know, sort of Rubicon Jeeps and all these things that are tremendously capable, but then they just go like to the suburban shopping mall. They don't really use it as is. And if that's your intent, I don't know if the TRD Pro is the right. You might want to take a look at a different trim level in the Tacoma because these seats will really eat up some space. The Toyota Tacoma has been a huge success story for Toyota in this mid-sized truck segment. It's in North America. It's been the dominant truck for some time, partially because there aren't a lot of competitors in this segment like there once was. And with the TRD Pro as well, for the, you know, performance mid-sized truck, it really has been sort of, you know, what people turn to. But that's changing because, again, in 2024, Ford has finally brought the Raptor version of its Ranger to North America, and that's posing some interesting opportunities to make comparisons. We're all going to have opinions. I have recently driven the Ranger Raptor myself. You're certainly more than welcome to check out that review as well as this one. And having driven both, I myself have some preferences. I actually like the look and design of this Tacoma TRD Pro better. I like the boxiness of it. It does have that distinctive difference from some of the other trim levels in the Tacoma, whereas, you know, the Ranger Raptor, while notably different, it's not enough. It's not like you have your F-150 Raptor, which is way different than the regular F-150. And I do like the boxy design. I really like this Terra color, and with the two tones in the black, or maybe my version of two-tone Terra with the mud. It looks really good. But I think I like the design. On the interior, I mean, I like a lot of the functionality with the big buttons in this Tacoma. But with these seats, I mean, if you're going with the seats and the performance, I really do like the seating configuration in the Ranger. It's certainly more usable. So it all depends. I mean, I see good in the Ranger. I see good in this. It'll be interesting to see which becomes the sales champion. Let's maybe look at the numbers 6 months from now, a year from now, or 2 years from now, and maybe the market will decide, never mind what we think. So this was a fun time in this 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro, and, you know, even though the 2024 signature color for TRD Pros is Terra, we of course had to put some real Terra on the Terra, and we enjoyed it. But what about you? What do you think of this new TRD Pro? Drop me a comment, and if you like this video, please indicate so by liking it and sharing it with others. If you're not subscribed to the Novak Report on YouTube, please consider doing so. And if you are a subscriber, thank you. But make sure you're ringing the bell so that you get notified of every time I upload something new. That's it for now. I'm Eric Novak. Thanks for watching.